Dragonslayers, Rescue Operation, Squad Twilight Sparkle on the move. Search Day 1. Day 59, early morning, written by Sweetie Belle. I still can't believe you're supposed to be gone, Twilight. Just what in Equestria happened after you sent us underground? It sounded like there was a war going on up there, even from the room I was in. Considering that I was in the deepest part of the complex, you must have put up quite a fight. The ponies here at Dragon Base 1 are nice to me, but I can see it on their faces. Their smiles don't reach their eyes. They had hoped to make contact with a well-supplied outpost. Instead, they have even more mouths to feed now. The only ones who seem genuinely happy to see us are Captain Frostmane and guess who? By the point you will be able to read this, you will most likely have met him already, since he is part of the squad they sent out to find you. Originally he was on guard duty here on the base, but as soon as he heard that it was you they were looking for, he supposedly raised a fuss, until they assigned him to Frostmane's squad. Your brother is amazing, Twilight. He was the one who got me this new journal before he left. I hope he finds you. I have Rarity back, and I wish you two to be reunited as well. Rarity and Fluttershy are... Oh, who am I kidding here? They are not fine. Rarity hasn't left sickbay since we got here. It's her nerves, the doctors say. Staying in that archive so long with Spike, then given hope by seeing you and being rescued, just to have that hope taken away by that attack on our outpost. When she noticed that Spike is missing as well, she became hysteric and they had to sedate her. Since that, she is only partially aware of her surroundings. As for Flutters, she was assigned to help out in sickbay, but she is too afraid to leave our shared quarters. You should have seen her face when they told her she was to live in a room alone. Had I not offered to share my quarters with her, I think she might have died of heart attack by now. It's much, much worse than when we lived in Ponyville. I got to go now. Everything has to pull their weight around here, and I was assigned to teach some of the younger foals. I think Miss Cheerilee would be proud of me. Encrypted channel, frequency 17389. From Sparkle 1 to Dragon Base 1 Command Center.
This is Sparkle 1, reporting in for a status report. We have left the base 8 hours ago. Instead of conserving our magic, I ordered the squad to use flight mode. That way we covered plenty of ground. We made it all the way to the camp described in Princess Twilight Sparkle's journal. Good news here. After we searched the perimeter, we found out that there are no undead inside the walls. The fields look well maintained, even though there was a portion of the wall that had a hole in it. We closed it up with some rubble, so the camp should remain clean. I suggest that 2 squads of soldiers get sent here to properly secure the compound. After that, we can move in the civilian workers. This camp should be big enough to support Dragon Base 1 indefinitely, once we get it up and running. Now for the bad news. Shining Armor is the reason we landed here in the first place. He is not yet used to piloting his Slayer, and crashed it a mile away from the camp. The damage to the machine is not serious, but it won't fly again anytime soon. Both pod thrusters have blown up. Good thing we didn't fly too high, or he and Rainbow Dash would have been killed. I'm surprised she didn't take control of Sparkle 6 when they began plummeting. I really need to talk to you about that mare commander. I don't think that a mare who has just recently given birth is fit for duty. Not to mention that she is greener than that Shining Armor fellow. I can understand why you didn't want her to meet the survivors of the princess's base yet, but I still think it would do her some good. What I'm trying to say is this, sir. Requesting permission for two-way communication between Sparkle 6 and her friends. Sparkle 1, Captain Frostmane, out.
Encrypted channel 14. Frequency 89371. From Dragon Base 1 to Sparkle 1.
Request denied. Report received. You have your orders. Rainbow Dash is not to leave her Slayer or speak to any pony. Command Center out.
As usual, every pony, I am interested in your opinion. What did you think of this first chapter? Why do you think Rainbow Dash is confined to her Dragonslayer? What do you think about Shining Armor and Rainbow Dash piloting Sparkle 6? What do you think about every pony having to pull their weight in Dragon Base 1? I mean, they have limited supplies, so every pony has to, well, do their part. That's quite obvious, I think. What do you think about that? I mean, Sweetie Belle teaching children. Sincerely yours, Visual Pony.